You're listening to the One Take Wonder podcast with the Hot Weird Girl, and I'm the Hot Weird Girl in question, Alexia. I'm so glad that you're here. New episodes come out every Monday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. One thing that really helps this podcast is leaving your honest feedback, whether that's 5 stars on Apple Music, Spotify, or whatever platform you tune into, leaving a written review if possible, but most importantly, reaching out to me directly at Hot Weird Girl, that's girl with the 0 instead of an I, and letting me know what new ideas you have for the podcast, something you'd like to expand on more, or even just a funny, silly thing that you'd like me to address. Let's get into the episode, but not without me saying thank you so much for tuning in. Here we go. Okay, this is my 3rd time recording the episode, and in going back and listening to like 50 minutes of kind of disappointing content, I feel like it's fair to describe what's going on with me, put it all out there, and then just ask for some grace. I was in a car accident on Thursday. Physically, I'm fine. Mentally, I'm pretty shaken up. And my car is wrecked. It will be fixed. It's not the end of the world. And it's not like the worst thing to happen by any means. But I have shared before 2 years ago on the podcast that I was in a pretty serious car accident in 2020. And like how difficult that was to get over. So it's kind of a sensitive, at best I would describe myself as like a nervous, delicate driver. And the accident was just because of things out of my control. If you live on the East Coast, then you know that last Thursday we just got hit with some freak storms. Philly experienced really freak storms. Where when I started driving, like it was sunny out, and then in a span of 5 minutes, like not only was it pouring, and low visibility, but it was so windy, that I was on the road and like trees were falling. I saw a power line go down in front of me, which was really scary. And then I kind of got stranded on this road. And so I was like, okay, well, I can't stay back here, but I also can't turn around because there's a power line and a tree behind me. And like, I don't want to navigate that. So I was like, okay, well, the safest thing to do would be to get on the highway. That might not have been a great decision in hindsight, which was 3 minutes away, and then just make it to my boyfriend's house, which was only like 12 minutes away at that point. And unfortunately, the highway was flooding, and also because there was no power, there were no stoplights, which affected the driving, and I got in an accident, and it's just affected my mood. The first time I tried to record this episode, it literally sounds like I have some evil vendetta against you guys. And then the second time I recorded this episode, I tried to explain like what was going on. I don't like feeling like I'm failing and not producing content, because I already get very, very irritated when I can't make it in a timely manner. Like getting it out at 7:30. I've just kind of accepted that, like, with the way my workflow is and the job, like if I can't pre-record, then it's just gonna have to be recorded after work, and sometimes that means like sitting down at 10-11 p.m. And I can kind of give myself grace for that if I feel like I'm putting out episodes that like you guys like and that I'm really proud of. But life happens. Life just lifes. It's not the end of the world, right? Like, I don't want to make it seem like, oh my God, like I'm sitting in my house freaking the fuck out and I'm super depressed. I still had a really great week. I still did make it to my Juneteenth event after the accident, and it was really fun. I went to a block party in Philly that was down the street from my house. It was so fun, and oh my God, I got these really good crab fries. It was a very crab-filled weekend for me too, because I went to the beach with my boyfriend, and we got crab cakes, and we went on the Ocean City, New Jersey boardwalk, and I love the beach. I am obsessed with the beach. I love to be at the beach all day, and then I love to walk the boardwalk, and I don't know, it was just a very quintessential, like, cute summer experience, and I got to read my book. I'm reading Jade City by... I cannot remember the author's name, but it's really good, and it's really brightening my spirits because I finished the Poppy War trilogy, and I cannot tell you how pissed I am. I'm furious. I'm agitated. Not as agitated as I was when I recorded the episodes tonight, and then in the course of editing, you obviously hear things in the tone. It's just not something I'm super comfortable putting out there, leaving a recorded legacy. Someday I'd like to address that in the 2 years of podcasting, there's certainly episodes that I would change my opinion on, and I think that would be a really interesting episode in and of itself. But I have so much respect and love for you guys for tuning in every week and rocking with me, and I don't say it often enough, but it really means a lot that you guys stuck around through like the bad sound phase. And now this is a production that I'm super proud of, and so I just feel very self-conscious when I feel like, okay, I'm releasing something that I'm not super happy with, and I want to get something out on Monday just to have a record, because I know not everybody follows me on Instagram or social media, just to say that like I am coming back with an episode this week. And even if this week is technically Sunday, and I'd like to get something out there, and I'd like to do it, I think, when I'm a little further out from the incident and just not putting such enormous pressure on myself to like beat the circumstance. You know what I mean? Because that's not really me. Like, I'm very much like rest until you feel better. As you know, because I've taken several breaks for like surgeries or just being sick, not feeling well, vacations. And so life just lives. And I think this is one of those times where I wanted to be candid and provide an explanation. And also, I care about this podcast a lot. So if it's not an episode that I feel like is going to live up to the standard that I've been so blessed to set for myself, then I'd rather just say like, hey, this is delayed, not denied. And I appreciate your patience as you wait for the real episode to come. I do apologize for the inconvenience. I'm sorry if I've upset your week flow, but I promise that I will come back with something enjoyable. I do have a lot of thoughts on Love Island, and also it's high time we had that discussion about all the research that I've been doing for the past 2 months, which has been a really fun long-term project. I really enjoyed the Sabrina Carpenter episode. I love the feedback that I got. And I'd like to give more time and attention to people who sent me DMs, specifically to a listener, Sarah, who had some really great points about white supremacy and Sabrina Carpenter. And I'd like to give that the full attention it deserves when I have the bandwidth. So I'll talk to you later this week. Delayed, not denied. I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for your patience. Mwah. Bye.